Good morning, Captain Kim. Good morning, Brandon. My name is Cadet Third Class Mora, and I'll be briefing you as to why students should first go to community college and then to a university, aside from going straight into a university. So, moving along with the PowerPoint here, skip topics. So, first of all, statistics about going to universities. So first things first, according to justcollege.com, for most students who go straight into a four-year university, it shows that only 84% of students actually end up switching their major and prolonging their stay at a university in general. And another statistic to think on to go along with that is that according to the New York Times, only 30% of students who declare their major end up sticking through the major and finishing through to the very end. So, having known that, just chew on that while I go on to my next topic. So, my next slide is costs. So, as everyone does know, going to university can be very expensive. So, according to statistics and averages, the average cost for a year of just public university is $9,000, and for a private university, it ranges up to $32,000. So it can be very expensive each year to just shell out money just for an education in general. And another thing to coincide with the cost is just the cost of books too. A lot of students, when they first go to college, they just immediately go to the bookstore because each university just kind of persuades and pushes students towards going to the bookstore and buying their books before classes start, which is pretty expensive, and it proves to be just not the right course of action to go through, as you learn later on in college. So a lot of these problems can actually be solved, believe it or not, and that's with going to community college first. So going to community college will give students more time to think on their major, which will get rid of the high percentage of major switches. So while they're doing their 2 years at a community college, they'll sit and they'll have more time to think on what they actually want to do before spending thousands of dollars at a university and getting a more expensive education, and to end up not even using some of the credits. And another reason a community college is great is that it not only puts you also learn many tricks such as the bookstore trick, um, just by experience. And the books that you'll get at a community college will be cheaper because a lot of the professors are less prestigious, and their book names and titles and such they use are just less expensive in general. According to many of the peers I've come across, just going through college who have gone through community college first, and some may argue that you actually may end up spending even more money or wasting time at a community college from getting stuck in a community college by not getting transferable credits, and other things, and problems with applying to at universities, just with transfer problems in general. And my answer to those students that would argue with that is that most so if 84% of students switch majors, they're spending much more money on tuition each year and wasting an equal amount of time figuring out what they want to do in a much more expensive university than they could be doing and being stuck, but while at the same time figuring out what they want to do at a much cheaper, cost-efficient community college. So that is my briefing as to why students should go towards community college before they go to a university. I went over costs, statistics, and at the very end, learning new tricks around the university from my peers. So, will that be all? No questions? Good afternoon, Captain Kim.